Hello everyone, WTii here, bringing you another Starcraft 2 beta gameplay commentary, this time from a replay point of view, as opposed to the usual FPV, first person view perspective I give you. Right, this is a game from myself, it's a custom game, myself versus WildLords. I'm playing Terran and he is playing Zerg. Now, the last couple of replays that you've seen, I've actually been playing Protoss and learning them. Now I've switched to Terran. I have no real ambition to stick with Terran necessarily, although I do really like the way they work, but I want to try and play all the races so I can give you the best overview. So let's have a look at all the little features that this replay view style of commentary will give you, as opposed to FPV. Here we have on the right hand side the speed and the time. So if I slow it right down, the slower speed is slower, increase by 1, goes to fast, increase by 1 again, goes to faster. Increase by 1 again, goes to faster times 3, and one more time, turns to faster times 6. You can't go any faster than that. But let's put the speed back to faster since that's the original gameplay speed. So here you can see I am Terran, and I am looking at my base here, nothing particularly amazing. I'm sending off a scout here. My enemy has Overlord there. He's Zerg, he's building a spawning pool. So he's going to be planning to go Zerglings. Now the only problem I have really with doing these replay views is that I don't really know all that many strategies. But I will try my best, because the more strategies I know, the more I can talk about what it is he's potentially going to be doing. So far, all I can say is he's going Zerglings, because he's building the spawning pool. How incredible is that? Now anyway, here we can see my SCV in his base. Just dancing around. He doesn't want that SCV there, so he's got a couple of drones on my tower. So let's have a look at my base. I'm going to be blocking off my ramp with the barracks and supply depots style that many people are doing in Starcraft 2. Let's have a look here. I try to go in for another hit. I feel like I'm going to get this drone. He's not paying enough attention. He's suddenly woken up. I reckon he's going to wake up any second. Goes for the surround, but I know if I kill that drone I can just about get the SCV out there, which I do. Now my enemy isn't the best player in the world, but this is only a custom game, so let's not worry too much about that. It's not going to be the most amazing game. What I'm trying to do here is just trying to show you how the whole replay view works. So let's have a look. He's got 4 Zerglings coming up to my base. So whilst he's sending his Zerglings up, let's have a look at the options. As you can see, you can look at everyone here. That's both people's perspective, what they've viewed, what they've seen so far on the map. If I look to myself only, this also player camera, it shows everything that I'm looking at, what I'm doing. Apart from the mouse cursor of course, but otherwise you see everything else I'm looking at and what I'm doing. Now if you look at my enemy, you can see what it is he's doing. He's looking at his base at the moment, he's built a refinery. Well, not a refinery, an extractor as the Zerg call it. So let's take the player camera off. You can hear the player sounds, like here you can hear the little Zerglings attacking. But if I switch to everyone, you can actually still hear that, so there you go. You can hear the sounds every now and then, I wasn't too sure, but what you don't get in the replay is music. So the music you're probably hearing now is music that I'm going to add in. Probably going to be some Terran music like that, just to have a bit of background music, because I don't know why it doesn't play any music. Even if I select either character, don't get music, just sounds. See, you can see he's going for that. Destructible rocks, he wants to get into my base really quickly rather than the long way around, which is blocked anyway. I finally wake up and decide to scout that area, which I should have done earlier really. Well, the destructible rocks are now on 1000 HP and less, but that doesn't matter too much because I can fend off those Zerglings. So before anything else majorly happens here, let's have a little look at the features. As that's what I'm trying to cover here really, more than the actual gameplay or the game things that are actually going on in the game at the moment. I'll do that in like the future commentaries where I can focus on that more, but for now let's have a look at what we can do in the replay view. We've got resources here. We have green player, myself, and the blue player, my enemy. You can see the minerals, Vespene gas, and the population. Let's have a look at the income. Here again we can see the income that I'm getting at the moment. Quite a lot. I've got far more harvesters. He's gone for a larger army, which is why he doesn't have so many harvesters. I've built a late army, which is reapers. But I can get away with that since I can block my ramp. Let's have a look at the spending. As you can see, I've spent quite a bit more overall on everything else by this point in the game. So I'm ahead on everything there. Let's have a look at the units. Here we can see I've only got 22 SCVs and 5 Reapers. I'm doing a noob style here. Well, I'm just making the same with every unit. It's got lava, drones, overlords, queen, and it'll be sticking to Zerglings this game. So units is probably the best one to have up in the future gameplay commentaries. I'm going to be sticking with this little thing in the top left, units, so that way if whatever I'm not looking at on the screen, you can still tell what army they've got, rather than me going here, oh look, he's got drones there, oh he's got Zerglings. You know, you're going to want to see at all times what it is each player has got. Here I go for a little bit of a harass, by the way, but it's not really going to work because he's quite aware of it. So let's have a look at the units lost. Rather one-sided here. He's lost 19 units, I've lost 0. Not saying I've got amazing micro here, it's not particularly hard with Reapers, because I've also got the speed boost in them as far as I recall, which increases their speed obviously. But it's not too hard to kill Zerglings, so this is really a one-sided fight. But anyway, let's continue with the options. Production. Oh, now I've just finished upgrading the speed, that just disappeared there. So you can see he's going for metabolic boost. I don't actually know what it is because I haven't really played Zerg much. And I'm creating 3 Reapers at the moment and a starport. So production allows you to see what's being built and technology-wise what's being built. So have a look at the army. Population. I think the population actually includes drones and SCVs as well, so this one isn't too good in terms of army. I think that's how many minerals and Thespian gas has actually been spent on the army, or is currently on the army. So I have like 800 minerals worth of army at the moment, whereas he only has 250, so it's pretty bad for him. Let's have a look at the APM. The average so far has been 56 for me and 54 for him. This little bit on the right hand side shows the current APM, so that usually shoots up when the action is going on. His APM's gone right down because he's given up, so it's the GG right there. So there you go. My APM isn't very high, to be honest. I mean, I'm not really particularly a mass click or anything like that, but I will start clicking like mad once I get used to the game a bit more. Anyway, there you go. The game is now over. It's paused right at the very end. I believe I've covered all the features there. So please stay tuned for far more replays coming up in the future. They're going to be far better because this game wasn't really that fantastic. So I apologise for that. But I hope that you did get a good oversight and a view on all the options that you can see within the replay. Thank you very much. This has been Witty, and hope to see you in the future. Bye for now.